Dah tekan record?
Dah.
Hai, Assalamualaikum and salam Malaysia Madani.
Bukan satu Malaysia lagi, Malaysia Madani.
So, I'm Damia B, or you can call me Mia. And today on the first episode, we are going to talk about struggles in life.
As a student.
Yes, as a student.
Not that far, just as a student.
As an overachiever, you mean? So together with me is none other than
Adrian Naufal, you can call me Ian, at ian.naufall.
Berhati aku tag dia. Jangan. Okay. So maybe we can talk about like a little bit about ourselves.
Background.
Yeah. So we are currently studying TESOL for degree. We both have the same background from TESOL Foundation in Dengkil, and joined a few organizations under Faculty of Education, and for some here and there bits of curriculum experiences. It goes back to our goals, like objective. Kenapa you join all the things you join? Why did you sign up for all the things you sign up for? So maybe like what's your actually main goal for joining things?
My goal sebenarnya bosan sebenarnya jadi student biasa ni.
Macam
initially,
your purpose is just like study? Is that all?
So that's the thing. That's one of the things that motivated me to join this kind of extracurricular activities. Sebab you gain a lot more experience and friends actually by joining society. So initially that was my motivation. How about you?
I think for me it's more on I would like to know how far is my potential. Macam I want to explore myself, like this side of myself that I never really knew. And then also broaden my network. You know, buat cable lah macam tu lah.
Like Google Calendar, you have like Microsoft To Do. There's a lot of those productivity apps, but I think eventually you'll come to a point where you'll miss out on those deadlines. I have like a few things that are supposed to be done tapi pending, but that's normal. I think it's important that for you or for us to not be discouraged just because we simply miss a deadline. Sebab sometimes it goes back to me juga. Macam sometimes I feel like I dah miss a few deadlines, macam it's over, macam the perfect streak, you know, it's over, macam I dah procrastinate blah blah blah, and it's easy to spiral from there. But actually you need to pull yourself strong and just keep on doing things, just keep on buat kerja tu, buat kerja ni, and that's all for now.
Put your mental health above everything else. Like prioritize your health, be it physically, mentally, emotionally, above everything and anything and anyone else. Because I learned it the hard way. You know, I'm wearing like lots of hats. Ada masa macam okay, after 8 PM macam tu, I don't want to check my phone. Because honestly, being on social media and like socializing with people virtually can be mentally draining. So I need an outlet for me. It could be as simple as watching movie while I eat, which is not a good thing actually, or simply read books or pick up some new hobbies. Yeah, so what do you actually do in order for you to maintain your mental health?
Actually, that's a very good point. Recovery is actually very important. For me, I always strict myself macam after working hours, let's say after 9 PM, after 10 PM, if someone message me for work, like dah sebut nama lah, blur that out, student club ke, I will always macam let it go, macam besok baru aku reply. Sebab for me it's very important.
There's always tomorrow.
Yeah, there's always tomorrow. Macam it's not important enough. Like the world is not ending if I don't reply to that text. Macam the organisation is not going to implode. Okay.
Yet.
It's not going to improve yet. So for me it's always by 10 PM there will need to be a boundary, macam you know what, this is the time for me to relax, to maybe have a me time, have your time with your friends, your families, and what you're passionate about. And to that sense, macam Damia, I feel like she is a very organizer, and at one point I was also like her juga, but then I feel like macam my life was too rigid. Sebab I always have like, okay, so this is planned out, and then I feel like macam I'm like a machine. Macam okay, tu ni kita tengok list, kita buat apa, tu ni tengok list buat apa, and I feel like I'm not living life to what I want to do. It's always like what I need to do instead of what I want to do. So that actually like burnt me out sebab I need to like constantly be on top of things kan. So right now I think a method yang macam you juga, but it's more lenient in a way. Macam minggu tu I buat macam I kena buat apa, but then macam I can do it whenever I want. Okay? It's just that okay, the task tu macam I tengok lah priority dia macam oh is it important blah blah blah, and then macam I slot in macam bila-bila I nak buat. But that also comes at a cost sebab kalau contoh that week macam you tak nak buat apa-apa, I won't get everything done lah, you know. So macam I spend my weekend this weekend macam I was just watching YouTube and sleeping, watching YouTube and sleeping, watching YouTube and sleeping, you know. Dia macam I go through phases basically, and I found myself yang macam I can't commit to like a schedule. If I want to do stuff, I'll do it good
when I feel like
when I feel like doing it.
And also like I actually found this one table. They list down according to like your priority and dia punya necessity. So macam if it's urgent and sangat diperlukan, like very necessary for you to do, so it's up here. But if it's not urgent and not compulsory for you to do, it's down here. But if it's urgent but it's not really
A priority.
it's somewhere
Somewhere in the corner box. You can do a visual.
I will put the table here.
It's like urgent.
But I think it differs kalau academics sebab you
itu yang
tend
mana
to procrastinate stuff,
betul.
right? But academics is like very high on my list. So macam even though I feel like not doing it, I kena paksa diri I buat. But things that I'm talking about lah, macam contoh nak basuh baju ke, nak keluar ke, nak beli barang ke, you know, this kind of time macam letak bawah, macam when I feel like doing it, I buat macam tu.
Chill down and take a step back and like reflect macam okay, apa yang tak kena, you know, and stuff like that. Lepas tu I would go back to my goals macam oh, I did say I want to do this, I want to do that, so why am I stopping now? Macam okay, so there is always room for improvement. So kat situ lah kita macam try to baiki and go a step further up.
Yeah, same with me. The way macam I keep myself from spiraling, macam I did just spiraling too, but the way that I macam swing back up is to actually macam take a step back. Macam sometimes you're too caught up with the problems that you have and you feel like macam there's no way out. You feel like macam you dissipate. You need to reassess what's important. For me, when I'm stuck in that position, especially when I was in programs and stuff, I took a step back and I don't guilt trip myself thinking macam oh I tak perlukan that rasa apa. I do need it. So what I did was that every problem boleh ada solution dia. So you take a step back and determine macam what's important, what's not, and then from that try to untangle those threads. Macam when you're inside, you can't see the bigger picture, but when you step outside, you can see yang macam benda tu bila you tarik-tarik tak ada benda pun.
Because I believe that everything in life is figureable. Figureable.
Pak kata this guy enjoy the crisis.
Oh, enjoy the chaos.
Enjoy the chaos.
Yes.
Enjoy the chaos of a crisis.
Okay.
It's definitely being able to have time to do what I want. So I'm the kind of person yang macam I like having options tu satu, and also macam just to indulge in my passion. And my passion changes according to the season and time. Macam sometimes I'm interested in this one stuff, and then my self-reward will be like macam oh let me just do a lot of things about this stuff, you know. Macam let's say recently I'm very much into D&D, so I spend a lot of time watching D&D content, you know, and yeah.
You have to be realistic with your goals. You have to know macam oh, okay, you tahu you ada this goal, tapi in order for you to gain that goal, is it worth doing this to the point macam you tidur lambat, you tak mingle around with your friends, you don't have time with your family and stuff like that. Like, is it worth it? Like, you ask balik yourself for the long run. Jangan sampai one day you fell sick, like literally, baru you rasa macam oh, I should have taken care of myself better, I should have slept better, I should have ate well. Whatever it is, put your health way up above everything else. Sebab health, you tak jaga, everything else macam tak guna. Dia macam contoh lah, you kerja kan, you dah kerja like 8 to 5 kind of work, And then you balik rumah, you still buat kerja sampai 7, 10 malam. Like you penat lepas tu you tidur lambat. And then one day you sakit. And then satu hari boss you macam dia terminate you. Not long after that, you punya job position tu jadi vacancy for orang lain. So it tells that you are replaceable. That's harsh truth. You are replaceable.
In a capitalism society.
Yes. So do whatever it takes for you to like maintain your health above anything else. And spiritual.
Also, yeah, prioritize being human. That's what I feel like is lacking in this kind of like modern era. Macam we forget that we are human with needs, with emotions, with relationships, and we think that macam our worth is placed upon like this status, macam our position, our money, our power, right? But then at the end of it, macam if coming back to Islam, it's like bila you mati, you tak bawa apa benda-benda tu, you know. And
It's
giving to that, but it's like for me, my philosophy is that as long as you have what is necessary, what is needed, macam you can always strive for personal development, but don't lose yourself along the way. Keep true to yourself, and also place emphasis on becoming human, on your emotions, on your needs, on your relationships, so that bila you nak kejar something tu, tak adalah you macam dah sampai you macam what did I miss along the way, you know. So yeah.
Sedih, yeah. And the moment you realise, sometimes it can be too late. This is a very impromptu. Sebab dia macam he just came here and I macam habis kelas and it was like bila kita record like, okay sekarang juga Cigum. And that is all. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you when I see you. Bye.
Catch you guys later. Bye.
Come in.
Part 1. Part 2, stay tuned.
That's my shit. Are you going to be in the episode again? Like,
Who knows?
who knows?